Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of week 2. Okay, so before we get started on the presentation, please remember to do any work from week 1 that you owe me and to submit the French culture paper again in the day 4 assignment box. That is today. So after you finish watching this video, you can go ahead and submit that assignment once more, this time in the day 4 assignment box, okay? Reminder that you do have a quiz on Wednesday. The quiz on Wednesday is going to be about Francophone countries and French culture, which we learned about yesterday today. There's one more lesson about it on Monday, but it's more about the Eiffel Tower, okay? And I will give you, as you can see at the bottom of this folder, there is some information on what to study, okay? Great. So let's jump in. Question 14 says, what is the most common religion in France? France is mostly a Catholic country. However, that does not mean that there are no other religions, okay? There are definitely Muslim in France, Jewish people, Protestant, Baptist, you name it, okay? It is religiously diverse, but the main one is Catholicism, okay? Let's go on to this one. Okay, in your opinion, after having looked up question number 15, what is the grading scale in France? Do you think in France, 15 out of 20 is a good grade? True or false? It is actually true. Okay, so let's look at the grading scale here for a minute. We're going to compare. Okay, so we have the United States, les États-Unis, where we have a system of A through F, or 0 to 100%. Okay, in France, they have 0 to 20. All right, with A, okay, actually, let's start up here with F. So we all know that F means we are failing, right? Yes. Okay. And it's this equivalent from 0 to 7 in France. And then D, you're passing like you would be passing with an 8 in France. Okay. With a C, it's kind of average, 9 to 13. A B is pretty good, 14 to 16. And then an A is above average here, A plus, above average, but in France it's still a 17 out of 18, not out of 20. Now, if you take a look here, if this will, okay, I don't know why I did that. Okay, if you take a look here, 19 through 20 says pas possible, which means not possible, okay? I'm pretty sure there are people in France who do get 18 or 19 through 20, but it's kind of impossible, okay? You must have like a really good IQ. All right, let's talk about how school system is set up. So here, aux États-Unis, okay, in the United States, we have a junior high, or as we know it or call it, middle school. Some of the middle schools in the United States have 6 through 8. As you know, here in Upper Merion, we have 5 through 8, okay? In France, they also have 6 through 8. If you remember your numbers from exploring French, you will see 6, 5, 4. We're going to talk about that a little bit in a minute. Okay, let's look at high school first. In high school, we have 9 to 12. They do too, okay? And it continues to decrease. Troisième, seconde, première, and terminale, okay? What this means is it's going down. It goes from 6 to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, finish. That's basically how they do it, okay? But just because they're en première does not mean they are in first grade. They are in 11th. Terminale, which means like final, they are in 12th grade. Okay. Once kids are in 12th grade, at the end of their terminale year, at the end of their 12th grade year, they have to take le bac. Le bac is a test that students take over there in order to determine whether or not they're going to go to university. Okay. If you don't pass le bac, you cannot go to the university. If you don't pass le bac, you may request to repeat the year and take the exam again. Okay. In 2011, 85.7% of French students received their bac. So they did well. But obviously, there are some people who don't do well and may have to repeat 12th grade. Quite sad. All right, back to this other stuff, to the paper. Mardi Gras is a blank holiday. Now, if you look at question 14, it'll tell you. Okay, Mardi Gras is a religious holiday, or when you take the quiz, I will take the word religious or Catholic. Okay, because the quiz is going to have the same exact question. Mardi Gras is a blank holiday. I accept religious and Catholic because it is a Catholic holiday. Okay. Mardi Gras is celebrated right before Lent. If you're Catholic, you know what I'm talking about. Lent is the period of 40 days before Easter in which Catholics give something up during that time. Okay. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But this is how I've come to like explain it. Okay. So you give something up. Say, for example, you're giving up cupcakes, okay, or bread for Lent. For the next 40 days, you're not going to eat bread or meat. That means that on Mardi Gras, you are going to eat all the meat or bread that you can because you're not going to be able to eat it for the next 40 days. Mardi Gras, the word Mardi Gras, or the word Mardi Gras, means Fat Tuesday. So basically, you're getting fat that Tuesday because for the next 40 days, you're not going to eat what you want to eat. Okay. Great. So, number 17. In France, when is the entree eaten? Let's think about this. Here in America, what we eat is we go to a restaurant, right? Say you go to a nice fancy restaurant, you would get an appetizer or a starter first, right? Then after eating that, we would get our entree, which is the main meal. After the entree, you would get your dessert. Okay, dessert is definitely last in France, but the entree is actually basically the appetizer. It is before the meal. So take a look at this example of a menu in France. Okay, here are the entrees, which have like salad or fruits or ham, like finger foods. Okay, then the plats de résistance are the main dishes. Okay, they have like what do you call those? Steak, salmon, duck. The French eat a lot of duck. And then we have our dessert. Okay, on this side we have drinks. Okay, we have wine, etc., sodas. Okay, great. Let's continue. All right. So the French national holiday Bastille Day commemorates the beginning of the French Revolution. The French national holiday Bastille Day is celebrated on July 14th. Okay, here is a picture of how it is celebrated in France. That is, this structure right here is the L'Arc de Triomphe, which you also need to keep in mind because we will be learning about it in the coming lessons. Okay, This one's interesting. It is April, but we are way past April Fools. So let's talk about what the French do on April Fool's Day. The French do something interesting. They tape paper fish on each other's back. And it's an old tradition that they've been doing forever. I'm not sure why. I did look it up and I forgot, and now it's too late for me to look it up again. But if you have a chance, please do look it up to see why. Here we go. It's called Poisson d'Avril, and people tape fishes on people's backs. All right, let's talk about how the houses in France are different than ours. Okay. Every time I ask this question in the classroom, kids don't ever get it for some reason, because you are going to be surprised. There aren't toilets in the bathrooms. Okay. So here, we have our bathrooms, and the bathtub is normally there, or the shower. So if I go upstairs to my bathroom, I'm gonna walk in. The sink is gonna be there, the toilet, and the bathtub. If I go to a French bathroom, if I go to the bathroom, it's just going to be the shower or the bathtub, because it is the bathroom. Okay. If you need to use the toilet, you need to go to the toilet room, just like you would go to a half bathroom. So downstairs here, I have a half bathroom where there's the sink and the toilet. There is nowhere for me to shower in this half bathroom because it's just a half bathroom. That's what the French would consider the toilet. Why do they do this? I'm not sure. It's probably because they probably enjoy having the ability for someone to be in the bathroom while someone else is taking a shower, especially if they only have one bathroom in their house. Okay, great. Here's a picture of the toilet room. Don't worry, there is a sink somewhere around there. Let's talk about when the Eiffel Tower was built. This is not a question in your paper, but I wanted to tell you that the Eiffel Tower was built in 1889, and to keep this in mind because we will talk about the Eiffel Tower on Monday. The French gave the United States a friendship gift in 1886. Hopefully you found out that that gift was the Statue of Liberty. Okay, and if you don't know what the Statue of Liberty is, here it is. Fun fact, in France, there is a mini Statue of Liberty located in Paris. It is so much smaller than that, though. So much smaller. Great. So, you don't have this one either, but I wanted to share this with you. In France, what do you think young children are allowed to do? A lot of kids, when I have them guess, they guess that kids might be able to drive or vote, but it's actually number 3. Kids are, in fact, allowed to have some wine with their meals. Now, they're not out there getting drunk at 8 years old, okay? They have a really nice meal and have a glass of wine to go with it, okay? And if you could guess, what do you think the age to drink alcohol is in France? I'm going to give a pause for you to guess in your head. The answer is 18. So kids in France are allowed to start drinking alcohol at the age of 18. This is actually true for most of Europe and also Mexico. I don't know about other countries at this point. But if you go to France, okay, they will card you, okay, at like wine tastings and stuff. But I will tell you this: when I was 17, I went to France, and my teacher, who I went with, wanted to get a drink at the bar with the other teacher, and we went in there, and I was allowed to sit at the bar without being questioned. Like, they asked me what I wanted to drink. Obviously, I got a Sprite, and then my teachers both got their alcoholic beverage. But they're not very strict as they are here. But that is also because kids don't take advantage of the fact that they can go out and drink because they've basically been doing it for a long time. It doesn't excite them to be 21 or I'm sorry, 18 because they've been drinking more or less. You know what I mean? But they're not out there getting drunk at 8 years old, as I said. All right, last one. The highest peak in Western Europe is located in the French Alps, and it is called Mont Blanc. Here is a picture of Mont Blanc. It is gorgeous. I've never been, and I probably never will because I'm scared of heights. But that is what it looks like. That is what it is. Okay. Um, we're gonna skip that for today. So on Monday, I'm going to talk about the Eiffel Tower. This is what I like to call the Eiffel Tower lesson. Um, Normally, if we were in the classroom, I'd have you color, but obviously we're not. So we're going to skip that whole part. Okay. What I want to tell you is please remember to submit anything you owe. Please email me with questions. I am here to help you. And if you are frustrated or you get frustrated, you need to let me know. This is all new to all of us. So I am not going to be upset if you tell me that something frustrates you because I get frustrated myself. Okay. Remember that I'm here for you. And let me know if you have any questions. I hope you have a great day, a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.